Normally we start with our intro song that Kiara wrote for us, but
I didn't write it.
she did.
I went like this
pushed
on
buttons.
GarageBand.
Okay, I'm ready to hear it.
Does it sound okay?
Yeah. It's a banger.
Not like in your brain.
No?
I'm sure it shows up differently. I'm like the old mom who's like, that's too loud.
Too loud. Turn
Turn it down.
No,
Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
You're
it's-
way better than me. I don't even have an intro, outro. Like, I'm
No.
like, well, you're all stuck with my voice, so I should probably break it up with music. So kudos to you guys.
No way. No, like we said, we love your podcast, and thanks for being here.
Thank you, Kaili.
Oh, thanks for having me.
It's only been a couple years since we last saw each other.
+8.
Yeah. It's been,
Well,
holy
yeah.
cow. It's
No,
been like
I'm thinking about it.
12 years or something.
Yeah.
It's been 12
2010?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was the 2009 to 2010.
Yeah, because I left
So
on my
2009 was you.
Yes.
2010 was you.
mission. Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen you in 12 years.
that's crazy.
That's nutty.
So great
Well,
to
I'm
see
looking
you.
at her like, are you real? Is this a hologram?
Yeah, it's unreal. I can't believe it. When I came across, well, Kiara actually shared your podcast with me, and we were so excited. I mean, I was like, somebody I know who's doing it. She's
Yeah.
living the dream.
Well, and you'd post every so often, and I'd kind of like nudge it his way, and I thought it was so super cool, but I wasn't really sure what you were doing at first, because I know that you were still, I feel like, working full time.
Yeah.
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 So
So just
what was the transition like with that?
yeah, so everyone knows we're here with Kaili. I mean, we
What's up, guys?
yeah, we should have probably introduced her earlier, but she's a friend that we've known, as you heard, for 12 years. But
Yeah, we just had to shoot the breeze first.
we've lost touch a little bit and got back together for this awesome opportunity to hear from her and share some thoughts and just appreciate what she's been able to accomplish. Kaili has the Define podcast
Yes.
and has done some incredible interviews, really focusing on those defining moments in people's lives that have helped them overcome challenges and shift into a different gear or take a different focus and move their life in a more positive, productive direction. Hopefully in the direction of their passion. Am I off base or?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's totally spot on.
I know because I listen to your podcast.
Gotta get a new episode for you guys to listen
Way
to.
better. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your motivation behind that.
Yeah, it started as a passion project, honestly. I noticed that, when you get divorced and when life's really hard, because it is for everyone, we tend to get a little jaded and put up more walls and don't want to be as vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I realized, I don't want to live that way anymore. What can I do to learn to be more vulnerable and learn to put my walls down? And I knew people who had done it and had really cool, amazing stories, and no one really knew about them because I'm horribly extroverted and I'm an oversharer, but most people aren't like that. And I want to give a platform where selfishly, I didn't think I would listen to my podcast, to be honest. I just wanted to have the opportunity to interview people in a formal setting so it wasn't so creepy to ask these questions.
We love it.
Yeah, we do.
If I knew to do that, I had to be vulnerable too. So as you guys know, the first couple episodes are actually my story, but I knew I can't expect someone else to be vulnerable with me if I'm not vulnerable with them. So it's just been this constant practice of opening and sharing and learning how to be strong through your vulnerability and not view it so much
Totally.
as a weakness. Because that's been my biggest thing is I'm strong. I'm not weak. No one mess with me. Like, I've got this. And I'm like, oh, gosh, that's a scary way to live. I don't want to live that way. I want to love people and be open about it. If you get hurt, you get hurt. That's okay.
I think for a lot of people, a lot of aspiring artists, especially because the arts is, people always, it's kind of a taboo career. People say, oh, you're an artist. Okay, like, what do you do for a living, because they see it as just a passion project or it's just a hobby or whatever it is. What do you guys think? What would be the impetus to make somebody just say, you know what, it isn't just a passion. I mean, it is a passion, but it's something that I can do for a living.
I've actually worked with a lot of musicians and like YouTube artists because I love marketing. That's my thing. I can't create at all. My gift is showcasing the talents of other people. That is my gift. I've accepted the fact that I can't write music. I can't I played piano for 12 years. I can barely get anything out anymore. It is what it is. I used to sing. I love hearing musicians and artists especially, because they're creating something. Like, how vulnerable is that?
Yeah.
You're creating something that's from your heart, from your mind, and you are putting yourself out there with a lot of pressure to make a living and to move forward. It's hard. Yeah. It's super hard. So lots of credit to anyone who's brave enough to try, because it is. It's kind of taboo, especially on dating apps stuff. Like, I'm a musician. Like, what does that mean?
So you're unemployed, or
No,
anyway.
but it takes a lot of bravery, I think, especially with you're trying to help musicians and artists. I think they're probably some of the most vulnerable groups. Just because your livelihood is dependent on your ability to translate a feeling into something real. And that is really hard to do. So I think when you accept, okay, cool. I'm translating a very human experience from me to give it to you. I think when we embrace, especially any creators, when you embrace that you are sharing a piece of you with the world, it becomes more than just what you do for a living. It becomes your purpose. It's like, my purpose is to bring whatever it is. And I consult with people all the time, and I always tell people, what are the 3 emotions? You need to come up with the 3 emotions you want people to feel anytime they interact with you or your content. What are the 3 things that you want someone to feel when they hear your song, when they read your post, when they see your website even? And when your purpose is reconnected to your emotions and who you are, it's a lot easier, because it goes past I'm making a living. This is my purpose, and this is how I am showcasing it. It's a different conversation. It's now not what do you do for money. This is my purpose in life, and this is what I'm doing to fulfill that.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.